Hashtag Nasa ng Pangulo became a new hot topic in the Philippines. Right now, the Philippines is dealing with a double crisis. On the other hand, we are dealing with an economic and public health crisis because of the COVID-19 that came from China. Now we are also confronting the aftermath of one of the strongest, if not the strongest, tropical storm or cyclone in the year 2020.
If we remember historically, the hashtag Nasa ng Pangulo actually started during President Aquino. Previous president accused of not being hands-on enough or not showing leadership during times of crisis, especially during Yolanda. But let's look at the response of the previous president when they are criticized of being no-show or not showing enough leadership. President Benigno Aquino, for instance, apologized when he was accused of not showing maximum possible leadership during the Yolanda typhoon. We also saw that during President Arroyo, there was a similar attitude shown by the government during the typhoon Ondoy. Now, in contrast, that President Duterte and things that he did earlier this year in response to the Taal volcano eruption. But here we have the president with very high approval rating, is beloved, and it seems the orthodox way of dealing with the crisis is something that is not causing much political backlash.
Hashtag Nasa ng Pangulo topped the Philippines trends on Twitter as Super Typhoon Rolly, the strongest typhoon so far this year, with the Bicol region and the southern Luzon. President Rodrigo Duterte skipped the televised press briefing on the national governments, the response and preparation for the super typhoon.
Netizens criticized Duterte because, according to his previous speech on September 10, 2016, he told the media to not hesitate in criticizing him if I do wrong in my job. Do not hesitate to attack me, criticize me if I do wrong in my job, Duterte told reporters after being asked if he is angry at journalists. Duterte told reporters at the Davao International Airport after his arrival from Indonesia. During the press conference, the president was asked if he was angry at the media after he made headlines over his strong comments prior to his departure to the ASEAN summit in Vietnam, Laos. I am not at liberty to be angry at anybody. It is your sworn duty to ask questions. It is also my obligation to my people for the money spent in this trip and for all the things that cost the Filipino. I have to make an official report. Wala akong galit sa inyo. I have no gripe against you, he said.
Duterte was in Davao City when Super Typhoon Rolly trummed across Luzon and skipped a televised cabinet briefing on Sunday. The hashtag Nasa ng Pangulo or Where is the President trended over this. Iyong nagsabi na wala ako rito, wala, nasa probinsya. So, what's your problem? Ang mga papeles pinadala, tapos pumahan ko. Ipadala ko ulit, machine lang naman iyan, he said in a televised briefing. Do you want me to stand sa white sand ni Roy Saimato or the Environmental Secretary just to see that I'm here? He added, referring to the crushed Dolomite Beach in Manila Bay. Duterte also said those who hail from the provinces like him travel almost with regularity back home for vacation and occasions like All Souls Day. The president visited his parents' grave in Davao last Wednesday. Kaya nga ako nauwi, itong mga ugok naman sinabi na wala ako. I was waiting for the typhoon to pass. Then lumipad ako, he said. Duterte earlier Monday led an aerial survey over Catanduanes and Albay provinces, where Rolly made its first two landfalls. You know, kung wala kayong patay, okay lang. Kami mga may patay, kailangan umuwi kami doon sa amin, said Duterte.
Malacanang Disaster Council said that Duterte was not seen in public over the weekend because the local government were functioning. Malacanang also dismissed claims that President Rodrigo Duterte was missing in action during the onslaught of Super Typhoon Rolly on the Bicol region, prompting critics to revive a Twitter hashtag long associated with his predecessor. Speaking during a televised briefing Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said that although President Duterte was out of sight during the cabinet-level typhoon briefing at the NDRMC on Sunday, he is working from Davao, while all government agencies were on red alert to respond to the brunt of the typhoon, said to be the world's strongest tropical cyclone this year.
President Rodrigo Duterte on November 7, 2020 said that the government has been working tirelessly during and after a series of typhoons hit Metro Manila and parts of Luzon in the past few weeks. Amid criticism, he has not sufficiently addressed the country ahead of calamities. In a televised address Saturday night, Duterte said he was barred from going out and helping residents affected by the typhoon because of its wrath. Sa mga naghahanap kung nasaan kami, patawarin sana kayo ng Diyos. We were working. We were here. There was a summit going on while the typhoon was passing by. Sabi ko, pagdating ng typhoon, take off tayo, President Duterte said. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque meanwhile said Friday that the public should not ask about the president's whereabouts during the onslaught of Ulysses because Duterte was monitoring updates. Gusto ko man na lumabas ng typhoon, ano man ang magagawa ko. The winds were howling. There was flooding. There was nobody as yet on the ground doing whatever, cleaning, helping people, Duterte said.
In the meantime, the Filipino people are still desperate for effective, competent, and hands-on leadership. So maybe instead of hashtag Nasaan ang Pangulo, what we need is hashtag competent president.